Hey everybody, Nakul from Skills IELTS. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with another video on IELTS speaking top 5 tips. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number appearing at the bottom of the screen. I'll be there, we will be there to help you, guide you in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let me just show you what I've got. IELTS speaking top 5 tips. So in this video we will be discussing the 5 main techniques, shortcuts, tips, or whatever you call, using which you can actually get that band 9 easily, or let's say band 8 easily. So let's get into the tip number 1. So if you focus on the evaluation criteria, there is no mention of content there. It is the fluency coherence, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar. Where is the content? Meaning the content is not a priority. So a lot of people, what they do, they listen to a question and then start answering correctly with a proper idea, and in doing so, because all of their mind is focused on one thing, that is content, which is actually not going to give you mark. But the setbacks of this is, if you focus on the content, see, basically your mind will be able to focus on one thing very clearly. So you focus more on the content, you will be not able to focus more on the fluency and other aspects, correct? Because I mean, like, the much of the concentration is being taken by the content, but the content is not a priority at all. You're focusing on more on something which is not going to give you mark, correct? As a result, your fluency gone case, you fumble a lot, you think a lot and try to speak because you want to make sense, you want to give that perfect idea, perfect right ideas, which is of not priority at all. The examiner will not be eyeing at it. She asks the question and immediately she forgets what she asks. Trust me on this. All she wants is not what you speak. All the person on the other hand wants how you speak. It is not at all what exactly you speak, it is how you speak. You speak with a proper grammar, a proper coherence cohesion, and lot many things. So by the way, the idea what I am talking about is, you focus less on the content. Here some space will be left out for you to focus on other things. This is the funda, this is that mantra. Content is not a priority. It doesn't mean that you speak something else which doesn't make sense at all. No, you have to give something relevant here to the question. That's it. There is no right idea, wrong idea, nothing of that sort. There is a great idea, nothing of that sort. Whatever that comes to your mind, you can start speaking, but how you speak matters more than what you speak. Remember this, you focus less on the content, thereby this will have more space to focus more on other things, which actually contributes a lot of marks to you in the speaking. First thing first, content is not a priority. You don't have to worry much about it. Don't have to not just memorize the repeated question answers and thinking this will come. Whether it comes or not, it doesn't guarantee you any marks. What gives you mark is your fluency. You have memorized all the answers, but you are not fluent while speaking, marks gone case, no. Correct? Instead of seeking shortcuts, work on the skills, polish your skills. Automatically score goes up. Okay, that's the tip number 2. Tip number 1, and now in the top 5 tips, the tip number 2, fluency doesn't mean you speak fast. There's a big list of people who assume that they need to speak fast. Right now, am I speaking fast? No. You play any video in the YouTube from great leaders and just observe the speed at which they speak. They speak slow? No, they speak very slow, giving ample amount of pauses because they need to make sense. The whole world is watching them. Here the examiner is watching you, and you believe or you assume that you speak fast, you can impress the examiner. It is the opposite way. You speak fast, examiner will not be able to understand anything. As a result, you alone speak and alone understand, thinking everyone who listens are understanding. Nobody is understanding that. And the setbacks, when you speak fast, what is going to happen? Of course, you cannot speak fast. You try to speak fast, you mess it up, you fumble, you hesitate, these kind of breakdance styles will happen, you lose confidence and everything is messed up. First of all, your assumption of fluency meaning speaking fast itself is wrong. Fluency means to speak naturally. Right now I am talking to you in a natural way, giving ample pauses wherever it is required. Am I rushing? No. See, right now I am giving a pause, I am giving a long pause. Is it totally fine? Totally fine. You don't have to be a newsreader here. all they're testing is, let's say you went to Canada, or let's say you went to Australia, or let's say you went to another country, you migrated to that country. Will you be able to speak in a way that whoever listens to you will be able to understand you? That's all they're checking. Here you speak in a way that nobody understands, and how can you get marks? How can you expect more marks? Speak in a way that you would normally end up talking to your friend. Think it's okay, you can breathe, you can relax, make some pauses, totally fine, but more number of, what if I start speaking like this, you will not like it, correct? Of course, don't make more number of fumbles, you need to practice, but try to be natural. Fluency means to speak at your comfortable speed, that speed which everyone would understand, correct? Don't have to speak fast. And when you go slow, you can actually buy time. See, right now you may have noticed sometimes I speak slow. Right now I am speaking really slow because I don't know what content I should talk next. So I am going slow, at the same time I am thinking at the back of my mind what I should speak next. Well, I can speak fast. If you really want me to speak fast, I can really speak fast, but I don't, because I need to buy time as well to think about the content that I need to talk next, isn't it? So when you speak slow, you buy the time and you get the right content. And when you speak slow, don't give lot of fumbles. I am right now speaking slow, but I am not giving a lot of fumbles like this. I am not breaking the rhythm. I am still going with the rhythm. The fast rhythm is like, the slow rhythm is like, still that rhythm is there. It is not like there are no multiple pauses. Even when you or when I speak slow, there are some rhythm that I carry it with, correct? Here as well, you speak slow but carry that rhythm, meaning try to speak continuous, as continuous as possible. Right now I am talking to you in a continuous way, leaving less pauses, the same way you are supposed to do in the IELTS speaking as well. Don't have to assume that I need to speak fast to get marks. No, you can go slow, just that maintain that rhythm. Hope you are getting it. The third top tip, you are scored on how you narrate the story, not just the story itself. It is not the content, but it's how you represent the content. It is called coherence, cohesion. You leave out some teaser in the first line, then trailer in the second line, then the movie in the third, fourth, fifth line. Correct? Whatever you speak, there has to be a narration, main idea, supporting idea, and continuation of it. Don't just speak random stuff. Does it rain in your place? Yes, it rains a lot. People cannot go out. People need umbrella. Random three things here, simply connect them. One dot, one dot, one dot, one dot, one dot. Don't just put dots like this. You need to have that skill to draw the lines and connect the dots. That's when it becomes a story, isn't it so? During rainy season, it rains a lot. In fact, sometimes it rains in a way that it doesn't even stop for a minute. And this affects the lifestyle, as people cannot go out in a casual way just working out and doing shopping or something. They always need a four-wheeler, which affects their lifestyle badly. So this is the coherence cohesion if you properly observe. It rains a lot. Next line is a continuation. It doesn't even stop even for a minute, and it doesn't stop. It rains so heavily. What is going to happen? The continuation. The next line. Here it rains a lot. People cannot go out. People need umbrella. It's just three different sentences with no relation. Here the first line is like father, second line is like son, third line could be a son-in-law. It just the relation is built. Hope you are getting it. Here there is no relation. Neighbors, all neighbors. Hope you are getting it. Try to understand. Things are actually simple. It's we who make it very complicated. Tip number 4, vocabulary, is not as important as the fluency and the coherence. I am not saying it is not at all important. All I am trying to say is, it is not as important as the fluency and coherence. Use these 10 words to get band 9. Definitely done to increase the views of the video, to gain more likes, subscribers, more comments. That's it. All those don't give you any mark. I've seen a lot of students in our course getting that band 8 with not much of vocabulary being considered at all. It's always the power of conveying. You need to convey better. So you don't have to use some hi-fi words just for the sake of it. Use apt words. Or in the simplest way possible, always try to use simple words. In the worst case, if you are not getting a synonym of the word, let us say you used one word from the question, the next line again you are trying to use and you are not getting a synonym of it, it is still fine. You can still retain the same word in the worst case. But in the best case, try to find a synonym, try to use another word, telling or showing the examiner that you have variety of vocabulary right here. But it does not mean that you have to focus more on that. That is what, focus as much as required, correct. Do not have to overdo it with respect to vocabulary. Focus more on the fluency and the coherence. Grammar, vocabulary could be the last factor that I would tell you to focus on. The first is fluency, coherence second, grammar third. This could be a last factor. Do not have to dig more deeper, trying to use more phrases, idioms. Well, they all are known to increase your marks, I am not denying it, but even if you do not use them, there are other ways to increase your marks as well. Alright, so the tip number 5, the top tip is grammar is all about using the simple sentence. My name is Nakul. Compound sentence. My name is Nakul and I am from India. Complex sentence. Though my name is Nakul, comma, people call me by so many different names. As my name is Nakul, people call me with so many different names. Complex sentence. Present tense. Just put the present form of the word. I always like to watch basketball. In fact, when I was small, I liked to watch basketball, but definitely in the future, I would always prefer to watch the basketball. So here I inculcated past tense, present tense, future tense. I would or I will, future tense. I was, past tense. Without these things and just a present tense. Present form of the word is present tense. So grammar, if you ask me what it is a big ocean. In that these 6 things are important. Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, present tense, past tense, future tense. Whatever you use, not for every question, you do not see. The idea is, when I say this, what people try to do, they intentionally try to use these things in their speech. Let it flow. Do not have to construct a dam to the flowing river and store it and then use it, no. Do not construct a dam, it is all artificial. Let it flow, let the words flow in your mouth the way the water flows in the river. Let it just flow. For that you need to build that passion towards English. You need to understand what is required. Automatically things will fall in place. When you force yourself, try to seek shortcuts, things will not fall in place. So now enjoy this. What is simple sentence? Try to understand. What is compound, complex, and what is present tense, past tense, future tense, how to use them, and try using them in the real life scenario. Automatically you end up using them in the exam as well, and that's learning. You are learning all these things not to score just 8 bands. Well, 8 band is also required. Along with that, apart from that, all this should actually cater to the needs of your everyday, the daily activities, the lifestyle, correct? Using this, you need to talk to someone in English in a nicer way. If it is not catering to this need, then this is of no use. Understand the purpose and do it. This is all I want to tell you. You would make most out of it and explore a different dimension of learning, and you would actually enjoy learning as well. Alright guys, so fine, with this I'll park this video here. I really hope the video was fruitful. If you like the content, please do leave your comment with a valuable suggestion or whatever you felt about the video, and leave your appreciation with a thumbs up. This is Nakul signing off from Skills IELTS. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye.